You've probably heard the cliché, just think positive and life will hand you everything. That's not the law of assumption. Positive thinking can be a nice mood. Assumption is an identity. It is the choice to live from the end, to feel that your wish is already a fact, and to let your outer world conform. You don't hope. You assume. You don't wait. You inhabit. In what follows, you'll hear real stories and simple methods, so you can practice this for yourself, calmly, clearly, and consistently. The law of assumption says your life mirrors your dominant state. The state is more than a thought. It's a feeling of reality, a quiet certainty that settles into your body. The way you enter that state is through imaginal acts, short scenes, inner conversations, and a relaxed drowsiness where the subconscious is most open. Neville called that drowsy doorway SATS, the state akin to sleep. In SATS, you replay a scene that implies your desire is fulfilled. You keep it short, you let it loop, and you feel the reality of it until it is natural. Then you persist. You return to it nightly, and you carry the tone of it into your day. Consider Mara, a social worker with a generous heart and an empty tank. She loved her clients and feared money. She believed that charging fairly would make her a bad person, so she undercharged and overworked. She came across the law of assumption and made a quiet decision. I am a responsible steward of abundance. That was her new identity. Every night she dimmed the lights, put her phone face down, and lay on her back with a pillow under her knees. She breathed slowly until her body felt heavy and comfortable. In that drowsy place, she ran a 5-second loop. She saw a past due bill stamped paid. She heard a friend's voice say, "I'm proud of you for honoring your rates." She felt the warmth of relief in her chest and let the feeling spill into the next breath. If the mind wandered, she returned to the loop. Mara added revision. Each time an old memory tried to shame her for wanting more, like the day a colleague said, "People like us don't do it for money." She closed her eyes for 1 minute and replayed that conversation with a new ending. In her revision, she heard herself say, "I do this for love, and I charge in fairness," and watched the colleague nod. The scene was brief and done. Soon she raised her private session rates modestly but confidently. She kept a schedule with clean boundaries. A grant she had once avoided suddenly felt natural to apply for, and she submitted it without the old tight chest. Clients who didn't value the work faded out. Clients who did value it stayed and referred friends. The outer changes were real, but the deeper win was neutrality. She no longer argued with herself. She lived as a responsible steward and let life echo that. Now picture Darius, a machinist who failed his certification twice and convinced himself he wasn't a test guy. He replaced that identity with a new one. I am a certified machinist. Not I will be. I am. He chose an end scene so ordinary it felt undeniable. In his loop, he stood by the shop door while his supervisor shook his hand and said 2 words. "You passed." He added one physical sensation, the slight squeeze of the handshake, and one emotion, quiet pride low in the belly. He rehearsed this loop nightly before sleep and again for 30 seconds in his parked car before study sessions. During the day, he practiced inner conversations. Whenever dread began its speech, he interrupted and heard his supervisor in his mind say, "Competent, steady, certified." He answered with, "Thank you," and moved on. Before studying, he slipped into the state of already being certified, then studied from that place. He wasn't studying to become certified. He was studying as a certified man, refreshing his skills. On exam day, he walked in with a calm that surprised him. The test felt like a box to tick. He passed. The technique stayed simple. Keep the scene short, feel the handshake, hear the words. Let the body relax around the identity you've chosen. Meet Lila, a singer with a small voice and a large fear. She loved people and panicked in front of them. Instead of trying to win the room, she assumed the room already loved the song. Her identity became, I am a vessel for songs that are already loved. In her ersatz loop, she played a closing moment from the end of a show. Eyes closed, body heavy, she heard a specific sound, a warm ripple of applause in a small room, followed by a stranger's simple line, "Thank you for that." She didn't try to picture every face. She focused on sound and a gentle pressure at the back of her chest, the feeling of being received. She ran the loop every night. Before gigs, she took 90 seconds in a quiet corner and did a mini-sats with the same sound. During the day, she softened her shoulders and breathed as if the performance had already gone well. She revised old memories of freezing on stage by running a cleaner version. A sip of water, a smile, continuing calmly. Over a month, her edges relaxed. A cafe invited her to play weekly. A small studio session opened up. People told her they felt safe around her voice. She hadn't become a different person. She had become the person from the end of her scene. Then there's Mateo, a man fresh from a breakup that knocked the wind out of him. His pattern had been intensity without stability. He wrote a single line on a sticky note for his nightstand. I am a worthy partner in a mutually devoted relationship. He built a scene so homely it implied everything. A Sunday evening, 2 toothbrushes in a cup, a hand brushing his shoulder as someone passed behind him in the kitchen, and a warm voice saying, "Soup's almost ready." He looped it nightly in sats, letting the calm of it sink beneath thought. When loneliness rose during the day, he answered with an inner conversation from the end. He heard a future partner say, "I'm here," and he replied, "I know." He also aligned his behavior. If a date offered adrenaline without care, he declined. If a conversation felt steady, he leaned in. It took a few months, not minutes, but a new connection formed through errands, laughter, and exactly that soup. No fireworks. A slow, real devotion. You can adopt the same structure tonight without overthinking it. Start by defining the end in one sentence of identity. I am a calm driver. I am the founder of a thriving, profitable business. I am healthy and energetic. Choose one, not 5. 1. Next, craft a 5 to 10 second scene that would only be true if your sentence were already real. Make it ordinary and simple. Pick 1 or 2 senses. Maybe you feel the weight of your employee badge. Maybe you hear a friend say, "Congratulations on the new place." Maybe you smell coffee in a quiet morning and see your gym bag by the door. Keep it short. Then enter ersatz nightly. Lie down comfortably. Breathe slowly. Let your body feel heavy. When your mind softens, play your loop. Feel it as fact. Don't analyze. Don't stretch it into a movie. Keep the loop and let the feeling rise. If you fall asleep in it, perfect. Carry the tone into your day. Before actions that relate to your desire, pause for 30 seconds and feel the end again. Then act from it. Send the email as the person who already belongs. Study as the person already certified. Cook as the partner who already shares a home. Let your behavior match your assumption. Use revision like a gentle eraser. When an old memory or a fresh stumble contradicts your new state, close your eyes for 1 minute and replay it with a new ending that favors you. Keep it brief and repeat until the revised scene feels natural. You're not denying that the past occurred. You're impressing your subconscious with the meaning you choose. Watch your inner conversations. You talk to yourself all day. Direct that talk. If the mind starts, "It never works for me," interrupt with a friendly, final word from the end. Hear a loved one say, "It worked out," and answer, "Of course." Treat it like texting from your fulfilled life. Avoid common pitfalls. Don't make the scene long or complicated. The subconscious responds to simplicity and feeling. Don't keep checking the outer world for proof, as if you're digging up a seed to see if it sprouted. Keep planting. Water daily. Don't wrestle with doubts. Let them pass like background noise and return to the feeling of the end. If you miss a night, return the next night. If you feel nothing, still loop the scene gently. Often the feeling warms up with repetition. If you are impatient, remember that naturalness is the sign of arrival. You're training familiarity, not chasing fireworks. You'll notice signs you're on track before results land on paper. Your reactions change first. You answer emails faster. You sit taller in meetings. You decline what doesn't match and welcome what does, without drama. People mirror your new tone. Offers appear at the right time. The desire begins to feel ordinary, like a sweater you've worn in all season. That ordinariness is good. It's the world catching up to the state you now live in. Try a short guided segment right now. Sit comfortably. Soften your face. Exhale. Choose your one sentence. Now pick your tiny scene that proves it's done. Close your eyes. Breathe in for 4, out for 6. Let your body get a little heavy. Play the scene on loop. Hear the words, feel the handshake, see the little detail on the table. Sense the relief, the gratitude, the quiet certainty. Let it be real enough for now. If a thought wanders in, smile and come back to the loop. Once more, and rest. That's the method. Simple, repeatable, and powerful. The people you met tonight didn't beg, bargain, or hustle their way into a new life. They assumed. They lived from the end. They used short scenes, gentle revision, and friendly inner conversations. They persisted until their assumptions hardened into fact. You can do the same. Pick one desire and make it an identity. Craft one tiny scene and rehearse it in sats each night. Direct your inner words during the day. Revise what contradicts you. Act from your end. Let the outer world take its cue from your inner tone. The law of assumption isn't about waiting for luck. It's about accepting your chosen state as the quiet truth of who you are. Now, and watching reality rearrange to reflect it. Real stories, real wins, and the next one can be yours.